Come on.
Oh, Coach.
All right. Happy Friday, everybody. Big waves to you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hope everybody's having a good day going into the weekend. Our word for the day to close out the week is anticipate. If you look at the definition of anticipate, it's regard as probable, expect, or predict. And so I'm going to give two perspectives of anticipate. See kind of where you fall in these today. Number one, anticipate the negative of a potential challenge in order to be prepared. Like in order to be proactive, are you that person where you look at things and you anticipate probably some things that could be tripwires for you? Number two, anticipate the positive in order to manifest more positive. So I want to kind of give you two examples. What I think of as anticipate for potential challenges is imagine if we were all going to go run a marathon. Odds are it might be really good to anticipate potential challenges by looking over the course, by checking and seeing if there was bathroom outlets, maybe possible places that I put my water throughout the race so that I don't dehydrate. Okay. And I say that to say a lot of times when we think about anticipate the negative, we're like, oh man, we don't like to think about the negatives. No, it's just, it's being proactive. We know on the race, we're going to have to use the bathroom. We know on the race that we're going to have to drink some water. So we're looking at those potential things so that we don't get in the middle of the race and go, man, I'm thirsty and I forgot. Man, I need to use the bathroom and I didn't think about it. So hope that makes sense. And then the other one is anticipating the positive. So many of you are involved in, I'm going to use network marketing, but it could be any type of business, especially sales. Do you anticipate the positive outcome? Meaning when you get on a Zoom call, do you anticipate that, hey, this person's going to love it and they're going to enroll? Do you anticipate at the end of talking to them the assumptive close? Hey, I'm excited for you to get started with me. I can go ahead and get you involved right now. Let me get your information. Or are you very cautious because you're anticipating that they're going to say no? You're anticipating they're not going to be interested. Like, which one are you? Are you the positive manifestation of bringing the good into the world? Like, I think about my life so many times I've anticipated that I've walked into a room of places that I didn't know anybody, and I anticipated that it would be cold, like that nobody knows me. And I'm starting to breed all that energy into my life rather than anticipating that, man, I'm going to meet a lot of new people and I'm going to speak to everybody with a smile and I'm going to get numbers of people I don't know. And it's a completely manifestation of outcome. So I just got to, for me, it's like take time to reflect, ponder potential challenges as I'm going through the days, the weeks, the months in my life and in my business. It's okay to do that. I think about my health. If I would get better when I go on a trip, looking at the potential pitfalls and go, you know what, I want to go ahead and prepare for this. I want to have my, I think about Mary Catherine that was with us in Orlando. She was prepared for the trip. Like she had packed, she knew what she was going to eat for breakfast. She knew what she was having for lunch. I mean, she was prepared. And so many times I go into things unprepared, and that's where I get myself in trouble. So anticipate, Brent Palmer, anticipate. All right, Andrew, I'll turn it to you.
Well, Mary Catherine was incredibly prepared. I have never been that prepared for anything in my life. I want to be just like her when I grow up. We'll get there. We're just going to hang out with her a little bit more. So what I looked into, I found a quote and that I was inspired by, and it was, the act of planning things to look forward to is a powerful tool to create the future that you want. And that's Shane Lopez. And I thought about, like, how many times have you gotten excited? How many times have I got excited? Like, I think about Orlando, where we anticipated this event. It feels like for like a year we were planning for it, picking out where we're going to stay and what does the hotel look like and what are the restaurants around there and who am I going to see, who am I going to get to hug, and then planning a big party and where are we going to have it and what kind of food are we going to have and are we going to get pictures taken and what kind of decorations, and like all of that was so much fun. Like all those little nitty-gritty details were really, really fun. And it made this event last so much longer. And I think about other times, like the night before we went to Disneyland, right? So you're like, okay, what ride am I going to go on first? And what, you guys hear me talk about food a lot. I'm like, what kind of treat am I going to get? Am I going to finally try, after 47 years, the Dole Whip, which was highly, I was a little disappointing, but anyway, how they anticipated, and all of that. And when we do all of these things, it puts us in this different mindset. Like anticipating positive things in our life is a mindset that can actually improve our overall outlook. And so what I looked into is, how can we put ourselves in this positive anticipation mindset? So be prepared. Like Coach said, not everything's going to be honky gory, like not everything's going to be fantastic, but if we can anticipate the positive, how can we bring that in? So first of all, practice gratitude. If I want to be excited for something, I've got to be grateful for what I have right now. So focusing on, starting my day, reflecting on the things that I'm grateful for, it helps put my mindset into a positive place, and it helps me notice more things that I can be excited about. You ever thought about that? You're like, ooh, what am I looking forward to today? You find a lot of things to look forward to. Next is to visualize success. So before I get on that Zoom, so Diana, you sent me a text message. I think we might have been getting started here, asked if we still have a Zoom at 3. Maybe you were asking me, maybe you were asking your prospect. But when I'm thinking about it, yes, I'm still good for it. But when I'm thinking about it, I'm anticipating how it's going to go. So where am I going to be? What is it going to look like? What do I need to be prepared for on my little iPad or whatever? But then also, what words am I going to say? Like, I like to pray over it. Like, let me say the right words for this person. Let me speak truth to this person. Let me share this in such a way that if it's going to bless them, and I truly think it is, if I think it's going to bless them, let me say the words that they're going to hear the blessing. Right? So I'm going to visualize saying the right thing to this person. I'm going to visualize making sure that it goes really, really well. And this can help me build that sense of anticipation for that positive outcome. Number 3, though, is to set realistic goals. So if I know that I have, well, let's just pretend I'm driving into Huntsville and I'm anticipating being home at a certain time. Well, let's be realistic with all the things that I've got to get done. And I know that I'm going to have traffic, right? So be realistic and break down those bigger goals into smaller, achievable steps. And that's going to help us create that sense of accomplishment and anticipation for future success. So next is to surround yourself with positivity. So spend time with people that look at the sunny side of things, that their glass is always half full, that they are able to look around and see the good stuff, because we want to anticipate good things. And their optimism, their positive outlook can be contagious. and it can help us anticipate those positive experiences. My poor dad, he gets beat up so much in here, but sometimes when we spend time together, I'm like, are you putting that into our future? Like, we'll be about to go out to dinner and he's like, I know we're going to get poor service in here. I'm like, well, yeah, we are. If we go in there with storm cloud eyebrows and we're anticipating that they're going to be bad to us, but if we go in and go, oh my gosh, we're going to have the most amazing server, there's a good chance we will. So just surround yourself with people that are positive, that can bring that energy into it, and then challenge your negative thoughts. So sometimes we can get caught up in not just being prepared, which is important, but we can get caught up in negative thoughts. The sky is falling, everything bad's going to happen. We're tuning into some negative power sources, and we need to take a moment to challenge those thoughts and reframe them into a positive light. So you guys have heard this when I talk about laundry, where I'm like, I could walk into my laundry room and be like, oh my goodness, I'm going to die in this place because I'm going to be doing laundry forever. Or I can look in and say, oh my goodness, I'm so grateful. I still have babies messing up this place. They're older now, but I'm so grateful that they're still here. So challenge those negative thoughts. Sometimes we can walk into a room and go, oh my goodness, I'm too old to be here. I don't fit in. Or, oh, Buffy, I'm just going to highlight you. I can focus. I'm never going to get grandbabies. I can think those thoughts, but I can challenge those thoughts and say, I don't know what's in my future, but I can snuggle lots of other people's babies as needed. So just challenge those. That one, I'm coming over, Buffy. We'll be there in about 45 minutes. And then lastly, keep a journal. So if we maintain a journal where we record all of those positive experiences in our life, where we record those small achievements, those big achievements, when we record those moments of joy, because we each have them every single day, we just forget, right? We just push right past them. If we record those, then reviewing those entries can remind us of all the good things that we have had and all the good things that are to come. So that's where we're going to end it today. We've lost Coach, so we're just going to close it down. But I just want to say, oh, we found Coach.
I'm having to drive to an appointment, ladies and gentlemen. So I had a great lesson. I was listening in.
And Audible, you had to play it full and Audible. Maybe. Okay. All right. Love you guys. I hope you have
God bless you.
Friday. Have a great weekend.
And
I
have a great day. Have a
anticipate
great
seeing
Friday.
you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Have a
Bye.
wonderful
Good
weekend.
day.
Bye,
Love you.
guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah.